Hello everyone, this is Maryann here from Revealing Light Tarot, Astrology and Spirituality. I just finished a 40-minute reading to find that I'd lost it. Okay, so briefly encapping what occurred there. I asked, was this a deliberate sabotage in the US and of the world order by Trump, Musk, Putin and co? Absolutely, yes, it was. We'll pull on that again so you can see the cards. Was it pre-planned? Absolutely, it was pre-planned. What are they doing? They're doing it so quickly. They're following playbooks and disparate ideologies and fragmented, illogical thinking, and they think they're going to pull it off. They're making huge, monumental mistakes. We're seeing that in real time. The question is, can they pull this off? No, they can't. What is going to stop them? A vision for the future that has nothing to do with what has gone in the past. So democratic leaders, independent thinkers, those that care about a republic because they're trying to make an oligarch-led state and overturn the Republic of America and change the world order. It is about the momentum building. It's about finding courage. It's about coming out from the bed covers and facing the reality, the stark reality that they are trying deliberately to sabotage the government of the United States and trying deliberately to sabotage their allied relationships. If we unify, if those in America unify, if states start to talk more to the EU, to Canada, if we bring unity to the table, not only can we change this, and it's not a foregone conclusion that they will succeed, we can also grow and bring forward much needed change that got us here in the first place. Our wages are not keeping pace. Over $7 in the US, $15 odd here in Australia. Well, some people are. I think the minimum wage is more likely $20 something in Australia. When you compare all of that to the massive billions that they take, the inequality is glaring. What should we be doing right now? We should be the eagle. We should be, when I opened up to this reading, very much saw the eagle on a bough. And we should be observing and intentionally getting ready to strike. What are they in comparison to the eagle? Peacocks. I saw peacocks strutting their plumage. They do it all day. Not that I have anything to do with anything against peacocks. But this is a deliberate playbook. It is a sabotage. It is breaking and then trying to rebuild back in their image. Will it work? No. The visions for the future must come forward. The big ideas must come forward from the leaders on the Democratic side, Republican side even as well, who are, prostate, I should say. Freudian slip there. It's about unifying and fighting back. And the energy will be there as the months go on. It is building right now. And I do see women and young people being responsible for a change of government in the midterms, a change in the Congress, but also in 2028, if leaders can bring bold ideas and vision for the future forward. It's not about he's going to destroy our democracy. It's about your ideas, your vision for the future. That is what will cause voters to sit up and listen. All right, let's see. Again, is he? Well, let's see. Did Putin and he plan all of this? It's not just Putin, of course. It's other areas, the Gulf states, other nefarious foreign actors. It's not just Putin. All right, so was this planned? Was this planned? Certainly with Russia before the election. Was this planned? I'm using the Llewellyn Tarot. So we get temperance, moderation, and then we get the world ending moderation, ending the end of that and starting a new cycle of what? Of extremism. Abuse of power comes up as the foundation of the reading, the Five of Swords. The Five of Wands, of course, division was necessary to accomplish this. The Eight of Wands, moving very, very quickly. The blitzkrieg aspect of this. Now, the next phase, unfortunately, is a downturn in the economy. Trump is proposing $880 billion worth of cuts to Medicaid. I read on that 5 minutes ago, and no, not that full amount. In fact, it's far, far less. Far, far less. And the reason being is Republicans won't pass that because they want to get re-elected in the midterms. Five of Pentacles, the economy. I can't do anything about inflation, he's saying now. The guardrails, weariness, but the guardrails are there. I've also read that the guardrails hold abundance. Russia. Was this planned? The Sun card, full illumination in the hopes and fears, and the outcome is the Wheel of Fortune. Yes, this was pre-planned. The Hierophant, it's interesting, comes up. Government, changing government. And the Lovers, remaking government in my image, sowing so much illusion and delusion. So, manifestation. This would have been planned, perhaps not in its severity for his second term, because Biden and his defeat got in the way, and now in the meantime he's come back in full-throated bloodlust for retribution and vindictiveness. So in a way, that intervening time made him even worse. Was this pre-planned? Why did Putin invade Ukraine when he did? He did so because Trump wasn't there and couldn't give over Ukraine to him in another way without him having to go to invade it. So Ukraine was going to be sold out. NATO was going to be sold out in that second term, and then we end up here. This was pre-planned, not just a year ago, but from 2017 onwards. 2016, perhaps even before then. Okay. All right. Will they succeed in breaking the government, in destroying the government? Will they succeed in destroying the government? So we get moderation, temperance comes back again, and stability. Temperance, moderation, stability, Queen of Wands, the feminine energy. I was given also, I'm so sorry that got lost, because Ruth Bader Ginsburg came into the frame and she showed me she just appeared, and she showed me, took me by surprise actually, and she showed me the image of a baby being born above the clouds and the energy of rebirth coming through into this earth. And so there's women again hold a key. The Ace of Swords, the truth. The truth, one of the casualties has been the truth, but one of the strengths is we are seeing what is actually going on. The Empress card, Russia. The Sun, abundance. Who's happy? Who's gloating now? The Eight of Wands, things happening very, very quickly. But we also have the Six of Swords, keeps coming up a lot. Moving out of troubled waters. The devil, the fearing of the devil. It's not a fait accompli that he will succeed at all. The Queen of Pentacles, and be patient. Something coming to fruition in time. And we get the Emperor card, control. And then we get young people. So women and young people will play a huge role in what is to come in the future. The energy changes. Right now, the energy is not sufficient, I don't think, to push back. It's about energy. It's about motivation, passion, enough people being motivated and impassioned. And so as inflation rises, because that's part of their plan as well, then the pushback accelerates. It's happening already in all sorts of ways. We've seen Canada move very, very quickly toward finding new trading partners, trading more with the EU, with China as well. Okay. All right, what have we got here? What did the Republicans think? What did the Republican senators think? They were at the Munich conference in Ukraine, for example. They don't support the extortion that Trump is trying to create or perpetuate of Ukrainians. All right, what do they think about what Trump is doing in the US, this destruction of government because Congress has been sidelined? What do they think? What do they think? What do the GOP think about the way that the incompetence, the sacking of nuclear weapons staff and then the rehiring of them back, the sacking of those in the USDA, rehiring those that are monitoring, working on bird flu, the gross negligence, the mistakes. No, dead people aren't receiving Social Security. No, it's not 80 billion for an initiative to help DEI. It was, 8 million. The outlandish claims that are being perpetrated. The way that our lives are being treated. What do Republican senators think? Do they support Trump? Do they support Trump? And you see there's also their death threats. So the Ace of Pentacles, they're asking for money for their constituencies, and we get support, circles of support. So the King of Pentacles, the head honcho's in town. That's my card for Trump. And we get loss. So they felt the loss as well, but they also acknowledge the dictator, the deals that they are able to do. The Knight of Cups. Again, they're unlikely to buck the system. Queen of Pentacles, you might see more women senators being more outspoken. The voter is in the environment around. Wish fulfillment. Many of them are getting their wishes. We get the Knight of Swords, the truth. We will see who is prepared to fight and who is not, who will stand up, who are courageous, who will fight back, because we have it's peril. The Tower card. They are extremely anxious at night as well. But the only way that they can prevent this destruction is to find their courage and face the truth. For all of us, inevitability, judgment, that they will be judged. We get pausing and we get the High Priestess. So some of them aren't going to go along, including with Medicaid cuts, massive Medicaid cuts. There will be cuts. Some of them will be courageous and some of them are already in the pocket. All right, let's see. Let's have a look at Ukraine. What do they think about Ukraine? saw a really rousing speech by a Democratic senator for Van Halleran. I can't pronounce his name. It has to be called out for what it is. Do Republicans know that Trump, Musk are going to sabotage the government? They're aware. And they're waiting for their cut in some way. They're on board. They know. Lies and deceits in the past. The Tower. It's very clear to anyone watching that this is a sabotage of an attempt to destroy the government. Concerned, insecure, weary. Some of them are not standing up because of threats from Trump's base. A crossroads. It is a crossroads. Loss, grief, and isolation. Isolationism, walking away from what no longer serves them, and retreat. That pretty much sums up where they are now. A few will find their courage. Okay, that's in the immediate future. Wait until the impact, the destruction takes place. All right, so will they succeed in destroying the US government? Will they succeed? Will they succeed in destroying the US government? Three of Pentacles, unity. Five of Pentacles, left out, locked out, left out in the cold. The King of Pentacles at the foundation of the reading. Heartbreak and grief and loss in the past. Illusion and delusion in the sky. The energy's not there yet. Six of Pentacles, debt. Giving and receiving help. Charity. Money is in the frame. Inevitability is in the frame, in the present. Victory is in the hopes and fears. What's in the outcome? Pushback, fight back. No, they won't succeed. Wish fulfillment and anxiety. Okay, the energy is not there yet, but it will be. It will be as it builds now, as it gathers momentum, as it overcomes, as it faces the truth, as clarity is presented. We get the pushback, the truth, and courage, finding courage. Courage, unity. These cards aren't so different from my previous reading. Okay. All right, now, let's go to Ukraine. So in the past, I've seen Ukraine divided up. Russia retains what it occupies. There may be some room. There's a river or a body of water that's very important in the negotiations. Ukraine still has Kursk region, or some of Kursk region, so there will be trade-offs there. Can you believe the Trump government secretary went to Ukraine and said, give us half your resources, half your rare earth minerals in perpetuity as a payback for what we've given you, and we will sell you weapons. Ukraine quite rightly said no. Okay, my previous reading, I'm going to say from the outset, showed that yes, there would be like a wall there, east-west, like Berlin, but Ukraine still is a sovereign country, and I do believe there is a European security force there as well. Okay. All right, so let's have a look. Will Ukraine I'm worried about Zelensky's security. All right. Will Ukraine survive as a sovereign nation? Will Ukraine survive as a sovereign nation? Yep. Eight of Pentacles, a fledgling one, but with the help from Europe. It does. High Priestess, something we can't see yet. What is it that we can't see? Hope, that's in the past. We have the Five of Cups as a potential loss of some sort. The Minor Arcana Death card. In the future, we get loss, walking away from what no longer serves us. We get deals on the table, and we get boundaries and, surviving, guardrails, standing strong, albeit wearily. That's where they are now. The end is in the hopes and fears. The death is in the hopes and fears, and we get the past. And then we get the King of Swords, logic, a plan, legal type of energy here. And we get wish fulfillment. And the truth, the Ace of Swords, I'm always heartened when I see the Ace of Swords. So there's something about the past that's very relevant here. I feel that the boundaries do, that they won't retain all of Ukraine, but they will be looking for security guarantees, and I feel they will come from Europe. Now, Europe, this divine feminine energy that is rising, Europe is led, the EU is led by a woman. Currently now we're not seeing women under attack. There are many. Italy is led by a woman. I think, they're not attacking their women as the MAGA are trying to do in the US. Let's just see. Can Europe rise? Can Europe rise? Can Europe rise to become a force to push back against Trump in any way? Canada, UK, Commonwealth countries. Australia will make a statement on Ukraine soon. It's like they're giving them something. Because I saw the Waratah, which is a national symbol for Australia, and they were presenting something. So there will be something with Australia presenting a gift or something, help to Ukraine shortly. Okay, so can Europe and the Commonwealth effectively fight back in any way possible through solidifying their own strength, through unifying, also with Americans that want to be allied with against Trump and with a free world, because what they're proposing is not free. Who's going to be doing the jobs the migrants do? Who's going to be picking the oranges? Americans. There's going to be subjugation, or they're going to try and subjugate. They're not going to succeed. So can Europe rise as a force, a world force in the free world? Europe, the Commonwealth, can they not only be a force in the free world, but also be strategic and successful and thrive? Can Europe do this? It's a wake-up call for all of us. Six of Pentacles, giving and receiving help. Three of Wands, standing strong, doing the work, waiting for one ship to come through. Increased trade. We can already see this happening with Canada. They're under the covers like the rest of us at this time. Anxiety. We get the deals, the relationships, NATO, all in the past. All in the past. But Europe and the Commonwealth have gone it alone before in World War II. It wasn't until Japan attacked Pearl Harbor that America came into the World War II. We've had a situation before where we've got to rely on ourselves. The King of Pentacles is in the sky. There's a lot of anxiety about this. It's no small thing. They have to find unity with themselves, within themselves. There's insecurity holding back here. So they're still grappling like the rest of us with this. We have illusion and delusion. They just confused. They don't know what's hit them. Can they fight back? The atmosphere around is victory. Victory. Again, taking the power, the narrative, changing the narrative. Heartbreak. Heartbreak. We have Four of Wands. Retreat, wounded in battle, but we also have consistency. They, like the American Republic, is not so easily defeated. Queen of Wands, passion, unity. They're going to find their feet. The past. They're going to bring forward some kind of solidness, maturity, good governance, good rule, unity coming together. It's a crossroads for them. It's a crossroads. What is in front is difficult. They're walking away from an alliance of since the 1940s that stood that time. They're walking away from that. They're disappointed. But there's still hope and some sort of inevitability. What is that? That they will defend themselves. There's something we can't see here, a choice that they've got to make, and they will make it. They will make it, and when they make that choice, they become stronger. So this is, it's almost like the bullies have broken into the school. They've taken everyone, teachers, principals, hostage. They're terrorising the playgrounds, the children. And it's time to find the will and the courage to fight back. And I see that. I see that so clearly, that time is coming. Okay, so I do want to just look at okay, so let's have a look at bird flu. They can't contain it in the US with all the sabotaging, destruction, mayhem, chaos that's been created. Shame on them. Bird flu is not contained. Will there be a full-throttled, I should say? Will bird flu spread into a bigger threat in the US? Will bird flu spread into a bigger threat? Something in the water, something to do with the water. A plan. And then we get the page. It's like they haven't got a plan for this. The Fool card, beginning of a new cycle, fighting the knowledge, the people that have let go, the truth must be faced. We get the King of Wands. You might get your Congress acting in some way. What are they doing at the moment? Nothing. You might see Congress moving in some way, something coming to fruition in time. In 2 months, we have victory in the here and now, and then the Emperor, control. He is not concerned with the bird flu. He's only concerned with usurping control and his own victory. Isolating, withdrawal. Unfortunately, yes, we get the Tower. This is a threat. This is a threat. Be very, very careful. It's going to start moving very, very quickly. We get the Ace of Cups. I'm getting something in the water. It's not transmissible in the water, is it? I don't know. There's just something here. The Hierophant government. Your government's not functioning as it should. How could it? You get the Tower. I'm sorry. Be very, very careful wherever you are. Be very, very careful. Okay. I did want to see if Mark Carney, it's almost like Justin Trudeau that I predicted would resign, and he did months before he resigned. Mark Carney. It's almost like Trudeau shouldn't go now because there's a huge threat to Canada. I might say Trudeau and his government are managing it impeccably. Impeccably. It's a case study in how to do something very, very quickly and competently versus how to destroy, take a wrecking ball to something and fail on so many fronts. So, will Mark Carney take over from Trudeau? He's he's an economist. He's just come from the UN as a special envoy for climate change and finance. He ran the Bank of Canada. He's worked under both governments, Conservative and the Liberals. He's been the Bank of England head, warned Johnson not to go through with Brexit because of the financial blowback from Brexit. Okay, Mark Carney seems to be the front runner along with Krista Freeland, Justin Trudeau's former deputy. Let's see, is Carney going to be the next leader? Will Mark Carney replace Trudeau in Canada? So we get the Nine of Pentacles. People like his economic credentials. We get the Ace of Swords. We get the Queen of Cups. Okay, so that would be his competition. We get hope. In the past, we get the Ace of Pentacles. It seems like he will. Yeah, I don't know what sign he is. Is he an air sign? We get the end. Canadians are grappling with a lot at the moment, and good US people are supporting them. They know that. They see you. The Four of Cups, such disappointment at what is going on. We get the Sun card. Again, I keep getting that Sun card. It's almost like this unity that we're so distraught at the moment. But that's not how we're always going to feel. The King of Pentacles, the banker. He's likely to get there because of his financial credentials. We get the Hanged Man looking at something in a different way. Okay, if this was any other time, likely no. But because of the times, he's more likely than not to become the next leader. And so the question is, will Mark Carney, Trudeau's party, will they win the next election? Will Mark Carney win the Canadian election? I'm feeling yes. Whoever replaces Trudeau, I think he gets the job. Do they beat Poilievre? Does Carney beat Poilievre? Show me clearly. That's where we are at victory. Do I need to go any further? It's the time. There is something here, though. Sabotage. Who's sabotaging who? A lot of the dissension is in the past. Look at the Ace of Cups, the overflowing emotion. We've got anxiety, great deal of anxiety. The past is in the present. And we get the Page of Swords. Clarity, truth, moderation is in the hopes and fears. And we get the Emperor card, the Prime Ministerial card, but it's not an easy victory. We get the Devil. Seems to me like by the time the Canadian election's there's going to be interference, I guess, from Trump. What's this Five of Swords? It's like it's not going to be an easy victory, but they do scrape through. Trudeau's party does scrape through. Show me the Five of Swords. I don't know what their election interference laws are like. Manipulation. There's going to be some sort of manipulation, but we have young people here and moving out of troubled waters. So there is going to be an attempt to interfere in the Canadian elections. It's not going to be successful. I think young people carry this victory in some way. So anyway, that's what I've got on Canada. Let's just pull. I promised last reading it's the vision for the future that is the important thing here for Democrats or independent voices in America to start articulating real answers to the problems beyond he's wrecking our democracy. Bring forward the vision for the future, and they will successfully take power in 2028. In the midterms, I've already seen there's a very slim victory for Democrats. And also, I didn't understand New York. I kept getting agricultural scenes. I said the gate in the paddock is open. I didn't understand that Elise Stefanik's seat in New York is actually partially in agricultural districts and contains a lot of farms. So there is a possibility, a slim possibility, an opportunity for her seat to go to the Democrats. I don't think the Florida ones do, though the margins are reduced. All right, but at the midterms, I see a slim majority for Democrats. If they can articulate their vision for the future. All right, so let's see. What do we need to know? What do we need to know about the darkness? Because what's making us anxious at night is the darkness. We feel like we're in the dark. What do we need to know about it for the world? Okay, so we have here defense mechanisms, soothe uncomfortable situations or thoughts. Very important to do that at the moment. There's a lot of brutality going on. Be careful, be nurturing with yourself and with others. Grief, opening a natural path to healing, loss. This is where we are at the moment. There's a lot of grieving going on. And we have dream work, messages from the unconscious. Listen to your intuition. When your conscious mind is keeping you up at night and you're thinking the inevitable thoughts, as I was last night, well, if they can do this to Ukraine and Europe, what can they do to Australia, my country? Nothing is within the realm, it's within the realms of possibility. Nothing's off the table. Dream work, messages from the unconscious, and guilt. A past stronghold is no longer true for you. A past stronghold is no longer true for you. It is about that vision for the future. One more. Shadow name. Unlock the mystery of your shadow. Understanding the weaknesses. Understanding our weaknesses. Understanding our frailty. Not wanting our hand held anymore. Nobody can do that. But accepting reality and determining what you're going to do about it. Integration, ushering experience into wisdom. Ushering experience into wisdom. I think there's a lot of wisdom about, and we're going to be seeing it over the next months and years. And I think there's a lot of passion and motivation there too. And I can see vision for the future unfolding. Fulfillment, striking gold in every experience. Okay, reminds me of the Star of Hope. Okay, that's what I've got for you today. I'm sorry I lost the previous reading, but I do think it's important to keep persevering at this time to bring forward what I see and what I hear. And I did want to say that the rise of the divine feminine is here, and the fact that I got that interruption from Ruth Bader Ginsburg. And she gave me that image of the beautiful crown chakra lights and something new is being born. The energy is literally just above us and it's coming through. And so I feel that when that time comes, I'll come here and we'll be joyful together. It's not far away. Bye for now.